Welcome, welcome, welcome back to our second series of the night. That is right, folks. We are going to be on our flight here, tackling this flight as we go to play against McMaster Maroon. Now, I believe they lost their match, so we'll be going into, again, another series of 5.
Yep. And I mean McMaster Maroon actually lost in game 5. So that's sorry about that. They lost in game 5. So that's super frustrating, but they played a few more games than Fuel did, right? And they also just played most recently because we were waiting on them. So apologize for the break. We can't control how long their games go, but so they had an absolute grueler. We've had some time to kind of calm down, do whatever. And so it's going to be a battle of kind of like two different sides of it, right? We kind of lost pretty quickly. We've had to wait time to think, whereas they're kind of hot on the sticks. But they played super competitively, had a close game. So it's the tale of two coins. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, 6-7 as well.
Cities,
But
that's
yeah,
right. We see our boys getting
buzzing.
up.
Peepaw is buzzing. He's feeling good. Chronicles looking good. Prophet is looking how he always is looking
So
good.
cute.
He's looking good. I mean, look at Peepaw. He must have heard me or something on the stream because he's smiling. I'm excited to see how these guys do. Again, they started off game 1 and 2 phenomenal last time. I know you guys probably already forgot because it's been such a long break, but they did phenomenal game 1 and 2, especially in the air and just controlling the pace of play and how they played as a team. Kind of fell apart at the end. We don't need to talk about that. We're back, and your Peepaw is trying to get a little clear going.
Already, McMaster already pressing the attack here, being super aggressive in this fight. People controlling this in the mid. Does manage to get a juke around Robo Buddy, but Fuel here, Prophet with a shot off the ground will score an early first goal for Fuel.
That's how you start a game. That's what I'm talking about. A great job by Peepaw. Once you get past that one defender and then just getting that 50 to stay just in the middle, he knows they're up a man, right? Phenomenal. Nicely done. Already off to a phenomenal start. Just doing great jobs. Looks like they haven't slowed down at all.
Here, Fuel now. Bread taking this ball up and around the corner here. He's going to try to aerial this in. Doesn't quite reach the backboard as Prophet and Peepaw will be able to contest this. Chronicle takes a shot on net, controlled by Robo Buddy. A dangerous clear, but he managed to get it up to the crossbar here as Chronicle's now battling them in their own end. Going to try to go for a shot to try to set up for his team, but Red is able to control that. Peepaw returning it back toward their end. But Peepaw again, another good shot on net, controlled by Bamba as Chronicles contesting them in this first fight. But a great clear toward the net. No one there is quite able to recover for Fuel, though. Prophet will be going up into the side, putting pressure on Bread and Buddy. But Buddy will go for a beautiful pass play to Bread, but it didn't quite reach where they wanted to. Fuel's able to intercept, and now Fuel here are pressing the attack once again. Here, setting up for Peepaw. He gets a lift up, goes off the wall for Robo Buddy as he's pressuring it now, going for an attack. Going to try and set up again for that pass off of the backboard. Bamba gets another shot off the backboard. We're seeing that triple threat attack, just setting it up for 1, for 2, and then Red coming in to finish the job. Fuel now have to kind of recognize this. They got to be able to adapt to that kind of pressure. Have to disrupt that first attack before allowing for that rebound, because that's a dangerous thing and a hard thing to defend here. As Prophet at the last second isn't quite able to get to Bamba, and they scored.
I mean, that was just a really well done attack by McMaster Maroon.
Yeah.
They probably had a good 5 to 7 shots on. I mean, they weren't even on net, but just at least you have to respect them and answer them. And just running down Fuel's boost. At the end, barely anyone had boost. And they were also kind of going for a lot of double commits at the end, but Bamba with a demo to start off here. But now, 1-1 back at neutral, and there's 3 minutes left to go. Just still feeling each other out, seeing how it goes. Kind of weird play there from Bread. It's very risky, but hey, it worked. And honestly, it might look like a shot here, and it could be a goal, but a phenomenal save
from Prophet there. Robo Buddy going for an attack, bumped by Chronicle. Now Peepaw. But yeah, like you're seeing their I really want them to stop trying to take it up to the boards, but Bread with an easy goal here in the pocket. Just kind of, watching Fuel not having that control in their end. You got to be able to get on that ball and clear it. It's just one-touch plays.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in the comms there, they're talking. They're like, that's my bad, that's my bad. They know what they're doing. Like I said before, they're having a few mess-ups tonight. It's all right. Sometimes it's not your night. Right now, they're just having a lot more mess ups than they normally would, but honestly, they can get this under control. They know that they're the ones beating themselves. It makes it a lot more manageable, right? When you up against a team kind of like St. Clair, Conestoga, those like top end teams, it's tough to know how to get through because of how dominant they are. When you're playing like this and just you are kind of the reason you're losing, it's a bit better because you're like, if I play better, if I clean this up, we can win, instead of like, wow, we need to practice a lot more. So it's still hopeful for them for sure. And again, McMaster Maroon is a great team. They did go to a Game 5 in their last match. So yeah, and it's gonna be a grueler. I'm sure this won't be a sweep.
Net here. It's gonna be a bit high. I mean, you gotta be right behind him for that. But here, anyway, Prophet now controlling that ball, allowing for a bounce from Buddy as he pushes this attack again. He's gonna be up in the air, but Fuel double committing there, kind of stopping that ball. Dangerous, but you know, you gotta have those calls for that here. But ooh, Peepaw from behind trying to disrupt Buddy's attack here as Fuel now playing into their end. You know, kind of waiting for it, but an opportunity from Prophet doesn't quite go in. And a dangerous clear to the middle, and Bamba will capitalize.
That's really unfortunate. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Chronicle, he's saying, you can see it in the, he was saying, my bad, my bad. Chronicles is the one that kind of, he centered that ball there. And it's just, that mistake is going to get punished every single time. Sometimes there's little mistakes and you're like, oh, I hope they don't notice that. I mean, in chess, if you hang your queen, most of the time someone's going to take it, right? At odd time, they won't mess up. But if you're playing at this high level like ACAD, these guys are diamond or higher. Diamond is like the minimum basically to play in this league, I feel like. And so yeah, it's a high league. Those common mistakes that you'd make, you know, in like a little bit of lower ranks aren't gonna let slide. And it's just unfortunate they seem to make a lot of these, because Fuel usually doesn't do this, right? Because look at that, a great job, a great shot by Prophet, cuts that lead down to 1 for McMaster.
Yeah. Fuel now a little bit of a comeback, a good capitalization by Prophet of McMaster being out of position. You know, I think I want to see more of these kind of preemptive, predicting plays of like, okay, you get ready to go to the corner, you know, I'm going to send it for you right here. You know, and Fuel, again, these kind of last-ditch saves, getting in there. It is a beautiful save from Prophet, just keeping that ball out of that net here. Bamba with an opportunity on net, does contest it by Peepaw now as Fuel are pressing this attack. Robo Buddy wasting a lot of boost here, trying to make something happen, but now he won't be able to recover for his team. But Prophet going for a bump potentially.
What a save.
Beautiful save from Bread there. Keep them in again, you know, not allowing for any kind of tie-up. Fuel, though, now have 20 seconds to press this attack to try and make something happen. Peepaw does contest in the air. Buddy is aware of it. Bread is going to try and go for a tip in. Won't quite be there, as both of McMaster's players will miss that ball. Peepaw now, that's a dangerous clear again, allowing for a goal from Maroon.
Again, I mean, we've said it so many times. This is just simple, common mistakes. Your Peepaw, this is what we talked about this earlier in last game, that when they clear, they need to clear with a goal in mind, right? You talked about that. Yeah. I talked about it. A clear, I mean, that's funny. Right? A clear, concise clear.
Clear idea. Anyway.
No, exactly.
Fuel now with 1 second remaining on the clock. They're going to try to keep this ball in the air as long as possible. You want to get this goal. You want to score it. Prophet isn't quite able to get up there to contest, and Fuel will lose match 1 to Maroon.
Super tough. I mean, the guys are still looking better than they did last game, right? But it's frustrating. Again, they were up again, and they just can't hold these leads. It seems like they kind of surprised their opponents in the first few minutes of play because they're not used to them. And then as soon as they're, you know, the opponents adapt to it, and it seems like, I mean, their opponents are only McMaster right now, but as soon as McMaster adapts to it, then they're kind of stuck, and they're not able to adapt themselves. I think they need to be kind of more of a sponge, right? Yeah. You want to soak up all that information that you can get from the other team, and then you got to like just take as much as you can and then use it to your advantage. Don't just let it sit there out in the sun, dry out. You need to actually use that to good use. Wash your car, do something like that, right? And in this case, win match 2. Yeah. Take the information you learned, right? You see how they play. They don't play very aggressive on the demos. We only saw about 1. They do play pretty conservative, like they kind of on the attack. So just make sure, like you were saying, go for those setup plays, right? Kind of like you want to draw up these plays and make them more concise. Quality shots, we need them.
here, buddy. Going for a beautiful flick into the net.
Ooh.
Absolutely beautiful flip reset. Oh my goodness.
That was disgusting.
That was yes.
See, look at this. Supersonic Legends Season 16. Wow. Supersonic Legend, by the way, is the highest that you can be in Rocket League. That is what Reeker is, the best player on our top team. He's in Supersonic Legends, so to see that is kind of daunting. Like I talked about, wow. That almost could have was another goal. And I'm getting word, too, that this McMaster Maroon team is actually the better of the two statistically wise than White. And so it's crazy to see. Honestly, I'm not surprised, are you? Because I'm seeing how they're playing, and they're playing phenomenal.
I feel here getting a bump off the rip. Does go for an interesting fake out. Potentially unintentional, but regardless, conventional here as Peapod goes for a clear to Profit. Now has an opportunity to make something happen. Didn't quite catch the boost, though. Still recovering on the back end here. But yeah, like that's what I want to see. Contesting on those early parts. Playing a lot around more the middle and clearing from the middle. Hitting these kind of overarching shots toward the net. Because if you're going for net shots from your back end, those are easily contestable. But if you're net shotting from middle, you know, it's a lot harder having to be. They'd have to contest you on the rip rather than on the fall. So here is well Fuel going for it, you know, attempting to go for a side play, but Maroon will try to get a shot off, taking advantage. But Chronicle is there, ready for it now. Bread, Peapod there, trying to predict and react to it. Chronicle and Fuel, all of them kind of playing really tight, close together. You know, you gotta be. Yeah, I think we're seeing a lot of them focusing too much on that ball cam. You know, not being aware of those plays. If you see the one player going for it and you're 3 seconds behind on the aerial, you don't want to be going up for that. But that doesn't matter as Profit playing off of a beautiful play on the ground. You know, it just well done. Great dunk shot there to seal the deal for Fuel, keeping themselves in this fight once again.
Yeah, I did not want to see them go down 2-0 in this game because, again, they'd also go down 2-0 in the set. So phenomenal job, and to get it done early, to not have that pressure at the end. But I definitely agree with what you're saying. You kind of need to stop the bleeding. Or oh my gosh, sorry, I thought that was about to go in. But to stop that, like stop their attacks before they even happen. Right, midway through they're going for these. You need to stop them before they can
like
get it going.
Here.
Exactly.
Amba's attacking on the catch of the ball. So you know you have to be thinking. You know your ball will always move faster than them. Right,
100%.
like just, so you have to be thinking, okay, is it easier to get the ball into their end by taking it myself, by clearing, or by passing?
No, for sure. I mean, you get taught that in a lot of sports when you're younger. At least when I did, when I grew up playing basketball, it was always pass the ball up. That's why you work in that three-man weave. That's what they should kind of be aiming for. Is like if someone gets it clear, like you said, someone leak out, you pass it up to them, then try to go back into the middle. And a nice passing play, just as we were talking about. That's what they need to take. They need to take that McMaster kind of like their advice, right? They're showing them like, look, this is how you score. This is how you set up a good offense. And Fuel's gotta take that as well. Also, I really like Chronicle's car. I'm not loving it missing the ball there, unfortunately. But I do really like his little car, you know, to keep it positive.
I mean, yeah, like where's, you know, you're both players from Fuel just overextending.
No boost, too. I mean, I'm assuming they're keeping their faith in Chronicles. He's like, he probably is calming, right? I have it. I got this. I'll clear it out. The 50 didn't go his way, unfortunately, and then it's in their net. I mean, but still, 2 minutes left. They're only down 1. There's another. Wow. Two back-to-back great saves, and is he going to score here? A nice pass back.
Now Chronicle kind of coming on top of that 50-50 here as Bread will try to take this into the air. RoboBuddy playing off of his teammate. Look at these beautiful pass plays. I mean, just setting up for each other instead of kind of doing that ball hog mentality here as, Chronicle with the double deke out and a beautiful goal from Profit to seal the deal. That is what we are talking about. A great lead from Chronicle to set it up for his teammate.
This is Rocket League. I mean, everyone knows, everyone's seen that, everyone uses it. This is Rocket League. I love that goal. That's the best goal we've seen them have tonight, in my opinion, personally. Like you said, it's that teamwork. It's playing together, knowing that they're there. It's kind of like a little alley-oop off of the backboard, right? I don't know if you guys have seen that Dwayne Wade, LeBron James. He throws it to him, doesn't even look. Chronicles did that. He throws it up, doesn't even look. He knows his teammate's there. It's amazing. Morale's probably getting high back up there, right? And I love it. And again, a nice shot by your Peepaw. And you know what? I need your Peepaw. I need a goal. I need a goal here because I don't want to go into.
Peepaw.
Oh my goodness! You see those wave dashes on the wall, by the way? That's some high-tech stuff. We rarely even see that in the top league.
Oh, Prophet or Chronicle with a beautiful save at the last second. Now as McMaster are just pressing this attack on Fuel, forcing them. They need to be cycling better here in this scenario because you're looking at these wide open shots. Bamba here now on the back end. He's got a bit of boost here. Gonna try and go for a stall play to set up for his team. Make Fuel kind of waste some of their boost to contest him in the air. They know they like to do it there. And Fuel though, managing to kind of slip it past, just getting in their way, disrupting that attack, and again, right there, you want to be clearing it back rather than just capping. You have to be kind of predicting and just hoping that that ball will land where it will. Peapod is up in the air, contesting that shot. Good save on it. Red a bit out of position here as Fuel now have an opportunity. It's a 3v2 as they kind of press this attack. Bamba slips it by one. It's a 1v2 here in the hit. Prophet just slips it over, and Bamba puts it on the crossbar. Now another shot on net from RoboBuddy, slipping by all of the players. Goes off the post again. Bamba takes it to himself and will capitalize, securing McMaster.
They're up one. There's still 2 seconds left. I mean, that's going to go right to the kickoff right away. There's basically 0 seconds left, so they need to keep this ball in the air and do something. But, oh my goodness. Wow, I thought Fuel was going to be able to save that. That was intense.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you were commentating Fuel at that time because I just wanted to watch. I just wanted to sit there and let it happen.
I mean, I don't think a single one of them touched it during that entire period.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, just a lot of great shots there from McMaster and just keeping it up and keeping that pressure on. They know that they're just going to risk it all. That's the good thing about, number one, being up a game. Even if they lose that, they're like, okay, we're tied. Let's go all offense. We don't really want to play more games than we have to. We're already down in the lower bracket, so we're going to need to play. We're going to need to win this and then 3 more after. So they're kind of thinking like, no more overtime. We've already had a long series. Let's keep it short.
Yeah.
Let's go. If they score on us, they score on us. They probably won't have enough time. And then to get that goal is huge. And the way they did it too, a team effort. Each one of them got a shot off, and then each one of them also came back and got their own kind of rebound and kept it alive for the next person to shoot. So it's very impressive. Nice team play, and all just technical skills coming out from each and every one of the players. Just phenomenal. We're seeing a lot of high tech here.
Yeah, and if we're watching the difference between Maroon and Fuel here, and when they take the ball into the middle part, Fuel will just clear. But in Maroon, they'll go with the ball. They'll come with it. They'll carry it in, so it's a lot harder to just bounce back here and just kind of rebound it back toward their end. And if you want to go to it, you have to contest with boost, and they'll usually slip it by it. So Fuel here need to kind of switch up their strategy. Make something happen. Get in their head, play around them a bit. I'd love to see more demos coming out from the side of Fuel here.
No, I definitely agree. And look at that pass. Wow. A great shot, but this pass is beautiful. Brett getting just over top of Chronicles, just enough to put it so that RoboBuddy can get it. And a nice tap on the bottom of his car. I mean, you can see their cams in the side. It's kind of saying my expression too. It's tough. This is a great team.
Yeah.
This is a phenomenal team. I mean, it's going to be tough competition in this tournament. And honestly, they've held their own for majority of the games, but it's just these little mistakes. I mean, while you were talking there, I noticed it took 2 Fuel players just to get it out of their own corner because they missed it once and then circled back and missed it again. These small, simple mistakes, it makes it so McMaster can get back, they can grab boost, and then they can start an attack again instead of Fuel being able to start the defensive end and go straight to offense right away. They have to stall, kind of mess up a little bit. They're not there. It's just a bit of a skill gap we're seeing a little bit technically, and that's okay. These tournaments are meant to show them what they can be, and the players that they're going to be facing against are tough. But again, they've scored on them. They've almost won these games. They lost the last game by 1 goal that scored in 2 seconds. They can win these, right? They're only down 1.
Yeah.
It's doable.
I mean, here, all Fuel converging on that ball. You're seeing these plays kind of come out, and you want to be sure. Fuel needs that follow through, right? We're seeing that clear, right here, follow through on that. You're missing that ball. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be a lot faster shots on that. You want to be, take that aggression, have someone be back ready for you, communicate that, and you'll be playing way better. It's here, Peapod, you want to be waiting for that to kind of come back down, or at least playing off the roof here. As Chronicle now taking this ball, controlling the spread, he will tap it for the net. Buddy getting in there. Bamba just sitting, lurking, ready for this shot to come in. Now he's got this opportunity. He's going to take it up. Contested by Chronicle here, as Fuel will now have one, maybe two players dumping into this guy. Profit's a bit too low here, a bit out of position, but Peepaw almost gets a goal there. That's where you want to be capitalizing, as Bamba and RoboBuddy will be able to recover this, as another shot going toward Red here. Clear this for his teammate. Buddy will miss it on the up top, as Peepaw getting that shot past Red will allow them to make something happen here in this attack. Now Profit here watching this ball will get faster to it, but RoboBuddy is ready for him. He did it past two. The shot will leak down. Is any of the fuel there for it? One off the ground, blocked by Bamba. Chronicle now ready for this ball. Ball cleared toward Red. Shot coming towards Fuel's net. Chronicle's going to miss it.
Wow. I don't know if you noticed, they had no boost, by the way. Right here, their whole team has barely any boost. This is all Fuel. Look at how much boost they have. And they get a shot off full court heave, Steph Curry style, to get them up 2 now. I don't know what's going on. That's super unfortunate. I mean, you know, a lot of the other goals have been tough. I've been on Fuel's side there. I don't know what's going on there. It's frustrating to watch. You have a good offensive attack. You let them get one clear, and it goes in your net. We got to work on our rotations there. It's just communication. And also, another thing I noticed as well, watch how Fuel's first touches are with the ball, and then watch how McMaster's first touches are. You'll see, especially when we see like RoboBuddy and Bamba, a lot of like the more aggressive players, they're going to get this first touch. The ball is going to be in front of them. It's setting up for an aerial, and they have enough time, enough space to get up to it. You'll see kind of like Chronicle and your Peepaw go for these. They're too short. Their first touches make it so that they don't have enough boost to get to it. You were commenting on that earlier. They were like, you need to stay down for that because its first touch wasn't how he wanted it to be. But, I mean, some great saves coming out there from both sides that I kind of
like. I feel there was a shot there from Fuel where both players went for it, and like you're both going to the same spot. Like,
yeah.
See where the other player's going. I know you're both aiming for the ball, but you both missed, and now you're leaving Chronicle on his own to have to defend that 2v1 push. Like, you know, it's just I think, you know, clarifying roles and picking better fights, picking smarter battles.
I definitely agree.
Fuel's, you know, not really capitalizing on the mistakes of McMaster, or just kind of playing their own game and hoping McMaster screws up from there.
Yeah.
Here's
No, I'm sorry.
No,
I just want to say I definitely agree with you. I think all the things you said are the main reason they're losing. But, yeah. Great defense, though. But, yeah, you're definitely right. And I want to back you up there. Like, for sure. Like, everything you said, we've watched a lot of them tonight. And that seems to be the main issues with the team.
Here now, Fuel 1 second off. This ball is going to still stay up. But unless they can score 2 goals off of a kickoff, that'll be the series going to Maroon, and Fuel will be taken out of the tournament.
Yes, unfortunate way to go. I mean, the 2-0 loss, you can see they're frustrated.
Hey, they're going with smiles on their faces. They're holding their heads high.
Yeah, I mean, you see the captain, he comes in there. It's tough. It's really hard. I know mentally they know that they could have won that game. It's hard to think that right now in the moment. I know when they look back at the VOD, they'll see some mistakes they made, but honestly, a lot of them are within themselves, and they're like easily fixable. Like a lot of the misplays on going for double commits, missing the clears correctly, right? Just missing the boost, not getting the ball when you should, the right first touch. Just these small things, but they add up, especially when you play good teams like both these McMaster teams. They're both very skilled, and so just super unfortunate for them tonight. But they still did do very well. I fully believe, and this is like still a newer team. They're still, you know, playing together. And this is I believe, probably like their first tournament that they've been in together. And it might be the first time they're seeing these teams and these high-level talent. So it's just an adjustment, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, we'll give them credit. You know, there were some really good plays there. There was a great pass play at that final game.
Oh, for sure. That was nice.
Shot, you know, and we see a couple of them have some aerial ability. You know,
oh, yeah.
They do have a little bit of that kind of technical skill.
The skill's there. It's just that
yeah.
It's just the small things, the fundamentals that kind of fall apart a little bit.
Over time. But, you know, that being said, it was a great series. Thank you so much for coming up to watch us.
Yeah,
we are potentially going to get an interview. Maybe not. But if not, we'll be back anyway. We'll give you an update on the schedule, and we'll see you in a bit.
I close my eyes, it's not a dream. There's so much more that I can get. Let me wonder what we could have been. I swear that it couldn't keep. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. 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 There's so much more that I can get. Let me wonder what we could have been. I close my eyes, it's not a dream. I swear that I couldn't keep. I close my eyes, it's not a dream. I close my eyes, it's not a dream. 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 Money got me like.
We are back. No interview tonight. I mean, fair enough. You know, some vibes are a little bit down. But I do have some actual quick good news that happened yesterday that wasn't on stream. So the Call of Duty team was in the Nationals, and they actually came third. They had a third-place game that wasn't streamed or anything like that, but they came third in all of Nationals for BO7. What a way to start the new game and the new team. I love that. They also dominated, winning, I believe, 3 straight yesterday off stream. So phenomenal job to our Call of Duty team, ranking third only behind St. Clair and Conestoga, which are the top 2 ranked teams. So right now, I mean, we're ranked third for our Call of Duty team in all of like Ontario. Phenomenal job from them. Great job. I mean, great job from our team tonight. I loved everything I saw other than those little mistakes that kind of kept poking us, those thorns in our side. Those just, you know, we talked about them already. But yeah, anything you want to say before we head out?
Yeah, I think I would love to talk about the schedule coming up here, as we have now Friday, coming up, or sorry, tomorrow we have R6, or one of those rare R6 streams. That'll be me and someone else, I believe. But you know, it is a beautiful scene. But you'll catch Elson later this week here, and then of course I believe Thursday is. We'll see. But yeah, but of course Friday we've got
Thursday
Overwatch.
is Valorant. Friday, Overwatch. Saturday, that is when we see our main roster play in this
Ooh,
tournament that we're talking about.
We don't have a stream.
Oh, at all Thursday?
Thursday.
Oh, right, because the Valorant's all done. Right.
Right.
Anywho. Well, but yeah, the main ones to look out for are that Friday Overwatch, tomorrow R6. Definitely tune into that. I know a lot of you guys love some R6. And Saturday, we have the Rocket League. It's going to be a huge tournament. And potentially, actually, no, there is none on Sunday. But so, yeah, it's going to be Saturday. Huge tournament. Going to be a good amount of games, I believe. Probably like 2+ minimum. So definitely tune into that. Yeah. But that is all for us tonight. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you enjoyed watching. And we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, I've been Godly Parrot.
I've been Elson.
Take care.
Peace.